Hello, it's tier list time. Today we have the red. No, not that. The LMGs. You guys know the drill now. I'll be running through each of the weapons super quick in the order that you unlock them, including the DLC weapons. But wait, there's more. As we only have one core class left after this, I might shake things up a little bit. For the sniper tier list that I'm working on, I want to include some of your suggestions, so if you like or dislike a sniper, give it a ranking from S to E tier in the comments below, and I might include it in the next tier list. Oh. Alright, enough of that. If you liked the video, subscribe and leave a like and a comment down below. Alrighty. Kicking things off, the starting LMG, we have the U100 MK5. That sounds like it could be Elon Musk's child. It's extremely easy to use and it's kind of just there. It has a pretty low round count of 45 and doesn't really stand out in any way at all. E for Elon. Next, it's the Chinese-made Type 88 LMG. This is definitely an improvement over the U100. A decent fire rate of 700 and a big boy 200 round box. You can definitely get some work done with this gun. B tier. The LSAT is weird. I'd say it's sort of like Cole Sprouse in Riverdale. It doesn't want to fit in. The DPS is quite low, so you don't want to use this in close quarters. Although it is a very accurate gun and has low recoil, so you can actually do quite well at range with this, but it has a lower round count than most of the other LMGs and still has a long 5.9 second reload. So yeah, not great. D tier. Alrighty, it's the PKP Pesh. This gun does what the LSAT does, but wants to fit in. Now, this is actually the first of 3 LMGs that have a higher damage threshold. So at range, you can absolutely dish out some damage, so slap on a bipod and destroy some unsuspecting assault players. Oh, and it has more rounds than the LSAT too, which isn't hard. I'm going to put this in A tier, but there might be a few of you out there that would put it in S, and that's fair enough. Next, it's the QBB. Yeah, so it's one of those pesky QB variants. You don't see people using this gun. Why though? Because, to be honest, this gun, it's actually solid. It's plain and simple. It's easy to use. No, it doesn't have the highest DPS, but it does have very low recoil and a fast bullet velocity. It also has pretty quick reload time for 75 rounds, so yeah, it's okay. QB C tier. Alright, so we're getting into some great weapons now. We have the M240B. This is mean. It's one of the 3 high 34 damage LMGs that I mentioned before, so it's already got an advantage at most ranges. It's also very accurate and big. Now, it is one of the harder LMGs to use with its recoil, but once you have mastered the tap firing, it's pretty much game over. So I'm going to put this in S tier, because this gun is absolutely and fun. Now for one of its main competitors, the MG4. This weapon is very, very good. It fills a different role to the M240B with a much higher fire rate of 780, so essentially Operation Locker. It's got a big old 200 round box to dish out all of the pain. Now you do lose a bit of accuracy at range with this gun, so if you want a bit more versatility, take an angled foregrip and a bipod. And also a bloody packet of twisties, mate. I think it needs to go in S tier. A very, very similar gun next, the M249. You get this gun through unlocking it. Yep. No, you get it through the campaign, which was good. It has an 800 RPM, which is actually a bit higher than the MG4, which is great, and a big old box too. Now, a while ago, DICE updated all the LMGs, and this thing got quite the buff. Its aiming down sight accuracy was changed to 0.3. This keeps it quite competitive with ARs. With this gun, especially because you'll be flanking a lot with it on lockers, I would take a silencer. I just love this gun. It's very similar to the MG4, so S tier. Coming in to kill the momentum is the RPK-12. Thanks, mate. This weapon actually performs quite like an AR, with its quick reload and lower damage. However, the 600 RPM combined with the 24 damage makes it bleh, D tier. Oh, and I can't have this thing in the same category as the LSAT, so here. Moving on to the M60. Now, this is a very solid gun if you like to fire at range. Low fire rate, yes. Big damage,
Yes.
It's probably not quite as good as the PKP, but the big metal iron sight sticking up is just too funny. Good times, A tier. We have the other AK now, the 74M. This also has a low fire rate, but thankfully it has a starting 30 damage, so it's automatically better than the RPK-12. It's also just plain and simply cooler. At range, it's very accurate too, so tap firing is recommended. Iron sight's recommended too, B tier. So the AWS, once upon a time, would have been in S tier, but it got nerfed pretty hard. Still, the super quick reload time and the high fire rate make it a very competitive gun. I think the MG4 and the M249 are definitely much better guns though, so there's not too much to say here. A tier. Finally, the L86A1. So this gun is the L85, but with a 6. It's like the RPK, as it also performs quite like an AR, but I would say it's a bit better than the RPK. It's just a solid gun all round. B86 tier. So that's it. I'm definitely going to try and finish off the core class tier list before 2042 comes out, so stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't already. This channel is growing very fast right now, so you do not want to miss what's coming. And I'll see you guys in a week.